Imagine this. You're clinically dead, no pulse, no breath, no brain activity. The doctor calls it, but minutes, sometimes hours later, you come back. This isn't fiction. It's called the Lazarus effect. And one man defied death not once, not twice, but 7 times. His name was Melvin Thomas's son, and his case left doctors stunned, scientists scrambling, and believers whispering the word miracle. But this story goes deeper, because what happened to him has happened to others. So ask yourself, what really happens when we die? It happened in West Virginia, 2008. A woman named Melvin Thomas was told that her son had died. He was in a coma. Then he flatlined. No heartbeat, no brain activity for over 17 minutes. The doctors said he was gone. Machines were turned off. Family gathered to say goodbye. "17 minutes had passed. The room was still. The machines were silent. Melvin's body lay cold in the hospital's holding area until a nurse noticed something. A tiny movement, barely visible, a twitch from Melvin's finger. She paused, stared, then his chest started to rise. In total shock, the nurse called for help. Monitors were rushed back in, still flatlined, but Melvin was moving. Eyes fluttered open. He was awake. There was no explanation. No CPR had been performed for over 15 minutes. No drugs had been administered. He had no oxygen, yet now he was conscious. When asked what he remembered, Melvin said, everything. The lights, the voices, his mother's prayers. He said he chose to come back.
Come back. Come back.
Doctors had no answers, but Melvin's return would spark something greater. Because this was only the beginning. Melvin Thomas would die again and again. The hospital scrambled to explain what had happened. One possibility floated to the surface, a rare medical event known as the Lazarus phenomenon. It's so uncommon. Most doctors never see it once in their entire lifetime, and even when it does occur, it usually lasts only seconds. But Melvin was dead for nearly 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Melvin's brain should have been severely damaged, if not completely inactive. But scans showed something else. His brain was functional, intact, active. The doctors were baffled. Velma was not. She believed her prayers had been answered.
Please bring him back.
To her, this wasn't science. It was a miracle. But what happened to Melvin Thomas didn't end there, because in the months that followed, it would happen again. Just 3 weeks after Marvin's miraculous return, it happened again. He collapsed at home, no heartbeat, no response. Emergency responders arrived, once again, to find no signs of life.
Patient unresponsive. I repeat, patient unresponsive. Copy.
Melvin had flatlined, but just like before, he came back, and this time, they started keeping track. Over the next several months, it happened again and again, sometimes at home, sometimes in the hospital. Melvin flatlined and returned over and over. By the time Melvin had been revived for the 7th time, staff began keeping formal logs. The events were unprecedented. One doctor reportedly said, "It's like he doesn't stay dead." He doesn't stay dead. By the 9th recorded death, a new fear crept in. What if Melvin's body couldn't stay alive, but also couldn't stay dead? What if something was interfering with the line between the two? After the 11th time Melvin died and came back, even the doctors stopped pretending to understand. The question wasn't how anymore, it was why him? Melvin eventually stabilized. The episode stopped. He never flatlined again. What he experienced, what his mother believed, left a mark no doctor could ever erase. Science calls it rare. Faith calls it a miracle. But whatever you believe, Melvin Thomas returned from the dead, not once, not twice, but 23 times. Stay tuned for more episodes like this. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.